Let's be honest, not every woman deserves your time, energy, or loyalty. Some women build you up while others slowly tear you down, silently with a smile on their face. But the worst kind, you never see them coming. They don't wear a warning label. They wear perfume, lipstick, and a perfect smile. They walk into your life like a blessing and leave like a curse. You think you're in love. But in reality, you're being drained. Drained of focus, drained of confidence, drained of peace. Let's be clear, a low V value woman isn't just not the one, she's dangerous. So how do you spot her? How do you protect yourself before your life becomes a battlefield you never signed up for in this video? I'm giving you 6 brutal signs that scream, get out now. Because real men don't waste their power on chaos disguised as beauty. Before we dive in, hit like, subscribe, and let's get into it. Number 1, she thrives on drama and chaos. Some women can't breathe unless there's tension in the air. If things are calm, she'll create a storm just to feel alive. Because to her, peace isn't comforting. It's empty. She'll start arguments over nothing. Twist your words, accuse you of things you never did. She'll pull away without explanation. Not because she's hurt, but to watch you chase. And the worst part, she enjoys it. You've heard the excuses before. I just like a little drama. It keeps things exciting. If there's no fire, it's boring. Nice guys are too easy. That's not passion, that's dysfunction. A high-value woman values calm over chaos, clarity over confusion, and connection over control. But a woman addicted to drama, she thrives in the emotional fog. She wants you confused, unsteady, always questioning yourself before you know it. You're walking on eggshells, filtering every word, doubting every move, just to keep her from snapping. That's not love, that's survival. But here's the part she didn't see coming. You don't have to play her game. You can step away, and when you do, she'll either panic and chase or vanish and blame. Either way you win, because peace isn't something you fight for. It's something you choose by who you allow in. Before we move on, hit like and subscribe. And now, let me ask you, have you ever dealt with someone who created chaos just to feel in control? Drop your answer in the comments below. Number 2, she's addicted to validation. You could love her with everything you have, praise her, support her, stand by her like a rock. But for a woman who craves attention, it will never be enough because she doesn't need love, she needs applause. You'll notice it, not by what she says, but by what she shows. Social media becomes her stage. Every picture is calculated, every caption designed to spark curiosity or collect compliments. It's not about sharing her life, it's about seeking approval. She'll say things like, I can't help it if guys comment. It's just a picture, you're overreacting. But what she's really saying is, I care more about strangers' attention than your respect. And that's the real issue. She's not looking for connection. She's performing one foot in your world, the other still fishing for likes, hearts, and validation from anyone watching. And when you call it out, she flips the blame. You're too jealous. You're insecure. No, brother, you're just paying attention. A high-value woman doesn't need the world's eyes. She values the respect of the man she chooses. She doesn't measure her worth in comments or compliments, but in character. So here's the truth. If she's constantly chasing validation from others, she'll never fully value what's real, including you. And the longer you stay, the more invisible you'll feel. Number 3, she has zero accountability. You'll know her when every problem somehow isn't her fault. She makes poor choices, starts the fire, pours gasoline on it, then steps back and blames the smoke. She cheats. It's because you were distant. She disrespects you. It's because you made her mad. She's broke. It's because of the economy. Her ex, her parents, anyone but her. It's a never-ending loop of deflection. No growth, no reflection, no accountability. Now here's the dangerous part. You'll become her favorite excuse every time something breaks. She'll say you dropped it. And slowly you'll start questioning yourself. Maybe I was too distant. Maybe I did overreact. Maybe it's me, but it's not. It's her refusal to face the mirror. A high-value woman owns her mistakes. She learns. She grows. She doesn't shift blame. She takes responsibility. But a low-value woman, she builds a life on excuses. And if you stay, her story becomes yours. You carry the guilt, the weight, the damage. So you can't heal someone who refuses to admit they're wounded. Sometimes walking away isn't quitting, it's choosing peace over punishment. Before we continue, hit like and subscribe. And tell me, have you ever found yourself apologizing just to stop an argument? You didn't start. Let me know in the comments. Number 4. She uses emotional manipulation to control you. There's a type of woman who never raises her voice. She doesn't scream. She doesn't argue yet. She wants. How? By playing with your emotions, not your logic. You start feeling guilty for things you didn't do for emotions. You didn't cause for boundaries you had every right to set. At first it's subtle. She gives you the silent treatment. After a minor disagreement, she looks hurt when you make plans without her. She says it's fine, but her body language screams betrayal, and suddenly you begin questioning yourself. Was I too harsh? Was I selfish? Did I do something wrong? That's the trap she doesn't demand with words. She manipulates with silence, sighs, and sadness. It's not open conflict, it's emotional fog, and before you know it, you're cancelling plans, changing your behaviour, walking on emotional eggshells just to avoid her cold, distant energy. Here's what you don't realise. Every time you give in, you reinforce her control. You teach her that guilt works, that she doesn't have to ask. Just withhold. A high-value woman doesn't play that game. If she's hurt, she speaks. If she needs something, she says it. She builds connection through clarity, not confusion, but a woman who uses guilt as leverage. She's not looking for a partner. She's looking for a puppet example. You tell her a week in advance that you'll be seeing your friends on Saturday. She says, sure, have fun, but when the day comes, she becomes distant. You ask, everything okay? She shrugs, yeah, go, have fun, I'll just stay home alone. And suddenly you feel like the bad guy, like you abandoned her. You start debating whether to cancel your plans, not because you want to, but to stop feeling guilty if that sounds familiar. Understand this, that's not love, that's emotional manipulation in disguise. And it won't stop unless you stop it. So what's the solution? Be the man who doesn't fold under silence, who doesn't beg for peace but creates it. Call it out calmly. If something's bothering you, I'm open to talking, but I won't play guessing games. And if she won't speak clearly, live your life anyway. A stoic man chooses. Checkmark clarity over control, freedom over guilt. If this message resonates, hit like and subscribe. Question for you. Have you ever felt guilty for something, even though your conscience was clean? Drop your thoughts in the comments. Number 5, she has no long-term vision. A high-value woman thinks in decades. She considers her future, invests in her growth, and aligns herself with a man who shares her vision. In contrast, a low V-value woman lives like tomorrow doesn't exist. She's impulsive, chases fleeting highs, avoids discipline, and resists structure. Her idea of fulfillment is fun, not foundation. You'll notice it in the little things. She never budgets, but always spends constantly, switches jobs, but never builds a career, and justifies her aimlessness by saying, I go with the flow. Except the flow leads nowhere instead of taking responsibility. She blames circumstances, her toxic boss, her manipulative ex, the unfair system, but never herself. And here's how it affects you if she can't lead herself. She won't build with you. You'll become the plan, the backup and the financial cushion for her chaos. At first, she seems exciting, spontaneous, adventurous, always down for last-minute plans. But soon, you realise she's drowning in debt. Complaining about money while mocking the idea of saving when you mention responsibility. She laughs. Why worry? You only live once. But that's exactly the reason to live wisely. A woman with no direction won't help you build yours, she'll slow it down. Question it, or worse, depend on it. Relationships need alignment, purpose, and shared values, because love without structure collapses the moment life gets hard. The truth is, if she fears commitment in her own life, she won't honour commitment in yours. Before we go deeper, hit like and subscribe to the Stoic Spirit question for you. Have you ever dated someone who feared responsibility but expected you to provide stability? Drop your thoughts in the comments number 6. She doesn't respect masculinity, she competes with it. A woman who truly values herself knows how to value the strength of a man. She doesn't see his confidence as a threat. She sees it as grounding, as leadership, as protection. But some women aren't looking for a partner. They're looking for a power struggle instead of supporting your masculinity. She competes with it, not to compliment, but to challenge. She argues just to win questions your every move, and no matter how calmly you lead, she pushes back harder. Not because she wants equality, but because she wants control. Say, I'll take care of it. And she responds, I don't need a man to do anything for me. Step up as a leader, and she calls it controlling set boundaries, and suddenly you're toxic to her. You're not leading, you're threatening. But here's the deeper truth. A woman like this doesn't just resist masculinity, she resents it. Maybe it's from a past filled with betrayal. Maybe she grew up around men who abused their role. Maybe she was taught that power must be taken, not shared. But the result is the same. She won't let you be a man, because she's afraid of what happens if she isn't in control. And here's the danger: you'll start shrinking. To keep the peace, you'll soften your voice, doubt your judgment, and second-guess your instincts, all in hopes of not triggering her insecurity. But a stoic man knows masculinity isn't toxic. It's disciplined, purpose, driven, and brings structure to chaos, direction to emotion, and safety to the unknown. You weren't made to apologize for being a man. You were made to lead with honor, and the right woman won't fight. That she'll recognize it, trust it, and support it, because a real relationship isn't a tug of war. It's two people pulling in the same direction. So if you constantly feel like you're in a silent battle, if your presence feels like a problem instead of a pillar, it's time to be honest. You don't need a rival, you need a partner. If this message resonates, hit like and subscribe to the Stoic Spirit question for you. Have you ever had to shrink your masculinity just to keep a woman comfortable? Let me know in the comments. Don't stop here. Check out the full playlist for more insights that sharpen your mind and strengthen your spirit. I'll see you in the next video. Until then, stay strong, stay grounded, and never settle. Final thought at the end of the day: a strong man values clarity over control and freedom over guilt. A healthy relationship isn't built on manipulation, instability, or power struggles. It's built on mutual respect, trust, and shared vision. If you find yourself constantly second-guessing your actions, sacrificing your growth, or feeling like you're in a battle instead of a partnership, it's time to take a step back and reassess. You deserve a connection that strengthens you, not one that drains, your worth. Stand firm in your values and never settle for less than the respect and alignment you bring to the table. Question for you: have you ever experienced a situation where you had to compromise your values just to keep the peace? Share your thoughts in the comments. If you found this insightful, be sure to check out more content on becoming the best version of yourself. Until next time, stay strong, stay grounded, and never settle.